it's me, Sophia. I have this picture of snail tracks completely made of glitter glue.
Maybe let's walk it into the sun so it's shining more. Oh, it's a bit hard to see though.
Yeah.
I can't tell the way on video. I think we can see that on the video. It's hard because my eyes are in the bright sunlight right now. Okay, go ahead and see if you can explain to Miss Shannon your art.
This is the grass. The snail came from just a little bit of grass. Because this grass is dry and isn't that dark. Snails like wet and dark places. So he took his snail tracks all the way to here. Can you see the little camouflage thing? There's a little tiny brown snail right there.
Oh yeah, and he's camouflaged. And he went over to somewhere wet and dark?
Yeah.
Very nice. And it sounds like you learned a little bit about snail environments.
Yeah. And the snail tracks, if you see them in the sun, they're actually clear and shiny, so I used glitter glue.
Oh, that's right. Like you mean in real life when we were walking along and we saw dried snail tracks on the sidewalk after a snail had been there. It's very true. They are clear and glittery.
They are little tiny dots.
Yes.
And sparkly.
That is correct. That was a very good choice of artistic medium. Sophia and Eleanor, what are we discovering about snails?
Snails. And I think the baby one's opening.
So it looks like there's a baby and a mama right here.
And the baby one's opening up.
Eleanor, what are you finding on that spider web?
No, look at the baby one.
Yeah, oh look.
It's like, oh, I can only see little tiny leaves.
So what have you learned? We just met a neighbor who taught us some things about snails. What have you learned about the snails?
Snails, for some reason, are actually nocturnal, and they like darkness.
Yeah, when the bright sun comes out, they go away.
Into their shells.
Wow, and we're noticing something really interesting about these spider webs. The spider webs on this bush have collected all the nighttime water. So what else did we learn about snails? Do they like it when it's dry or when it's wet, Eleanor?
Wet.
Wet. And do they like to be in the bright sunshine?
The little baby snail.
Eleanor, do they like to be in the bright sunshine or do they like to be in the shade?
Shade.
In the shade. That's right. Okay. Snail report. We also learned that it's actually sometimes not good to pick up snails, and when we go home we're going to have to really wash our hands because she said sometimes snails can carry worms. So when we go home, we're going to have to wash our hands really well. And Eleanor is really finding these spider webs with dew on them very interesting.
And I'm touching them. I'll cut them up with my fingers.
Very cool. Okay, can you guys sign off from your snail report?
Signing off from the world of snails.
Signing off. Hey Pax, can you say goodbye?
Really cool too. Snails can
say goodbye.
Their necks to climb on the leaves. This is higher leaf. Investigation. Cool? It's putting his neck up on another leaf to get up there.
Wow, so it's actually using its neck to climb.
Because they don't have any arms or legs, and their bodies are so sticky.
Wow. So what do you think from this investigation, Eleanor, about the snails? What did you discover?
They're trying to get to the webs, right? There.
Oh, why do you think that they would like the webs?
Because they're wet. We figured out that the baby snail is actually drinking off of the web, drinking the dew. Right there.
No, stop that.
Right there. Yep, that's right. Right there.
Sophia.
Nikki.
time to go back to the house.
The baby snail investigation with Sophia and Eleanor.
Okay, now the Eleanor. What did you want to say?
What do you want to say?
You all done? Okay. Thanks.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Okay.
Hi, it's me, Sophia. Today I'm talking about snails. I've got four snail questions for you and the answers. How does a snail move? Slow, very slow. It takes at least 10 minutes, which is actually a really long time, to get from here to all the way to there. I've really been sitting in one place for 10 minutes once. It was a long time. Where can you find snails? In gardens, ponds, and even in the sea. And where do snails like to be? In wet, shady places, or in dry, hot places. Wet, shady places, like here in this grass I'm saying. Right here, we found some snails in this little part right here. That's nothing. It's just a big bite. There has to be another snail.
Tell me some more about snails.
First I have to tell you guys what I still reminder. Making two babies.
Oh yeah, when it gets all bubbly like that, it's ready to make a baby, isn't it? Whoa, and a helicopter. Okay, Sophia, you said you had 4 questions for us. You've only done 3.
And number 4, which is the last one, this one's actually really, really good. What's the scientific name for a garden snail? This name is actually really tricky. It's called Helicospora.
Cool. I have one more question for you. Is that snail that Eleanor just picked up a boy or a girl?
That is actually a really hard thing to say. Just to tell you, snails are male and female at the same time. Any snail in the world can pick another snail in the world and wrap around each other and cover themselves in slime.
Wow.
And then bubbles go around them and they're going to have babies.
Wow. All right. Any other snail news to tell us from your snail research?
We made snail art, and we have a couple snails around here in the neighborhood.
Great. This is Sophia reporting, over and out.
Da, 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 da.